Hello everybody, Yom Tov. How are you all doing today? I hope all of you, wherever you are in the world, are having the best day you possibly can. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk to you about today. I'll tell you what I have just done. I've made my goodbye video to Lorraine. She's home from hospital. And she's too weak to take phone calls. So I made her a little video. And I just said, I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm just going to say, see you later, Mrs. Because that's what we used to say. And I love you. And I just told her how I felt. I know how she feels about me. She doesn't need to tell me. I've got it in here. I mean, and in here as well, but I've got it in here. I know how she feels about me. And I think one of the things I want to talk to you about today is validation and how important it is. I think, and as you know, everything I say is just my opinion, but I strongly believe that validation is very important. If you have something you want to say to someone that you love or is very dear to you, you should tell them how you feel while you've got the opportunity. Because you never know when things are going to end or someone's going to be taken away from you. So when you've got the chance, whether it's a good friend, a best friend, a spouse, a partner, I suppose it doesn't matter really. Just take the time, whether it's online or whether you're sitting side by side, and if you can reach over and hold their hand, tell them how you feel. Because, you know, it's rather difficult to have that kind of contact. Once that person has passed away. And these days, unless you've got someone that you can go to that's got an impeccable reputation, who has been recommended to you by recommendation, by word of mouth, that you can find a genuine medium who can contact your loved ones, then, and hopefully he or she doesn't charge too much, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to, I want to be honest with you, I was crying by the end of making the video to Lorraine. I mean, I actually don't know how much longer she has. And I've been hanging off making the video because I didn't know what it was I wanted to say. You know, so, and I mean, sometimes, you know, just by holding someone's hand, you can convey so much. You know, and the words can be left unspoken because you've got that connection. You know, so that's a wonderful thing to have. But as I found out in my situation, where I'm no longer fit enough to drive 300 miles, well, altogether it would be 600 in one day, because I wouldn't be staying anywhere overnight. I want to come home. 10 years ago I was able to do it, but unfortunately I can't do it now. So, you know, you've got to find other ways. And it's one of these reasons why I'm really glad that I got this video camera, because it's opened up a world to me where I can make videos in advance, because I certainly couldn't do that, not properly, not on my phone. I'm not sure. I mean, it's just easier doing, you know, making videos and what have you with a video camera. So that's what I've done just before I started talking to you. And it got me to thinking about how we deal with death. And here's the funny thing, because, I mean, I do believe in an afterlife. I don't believe that when you're dead, that's it. I really don't believe that. I strongly believe that when we pass away, we just shrug off this physical overcoat and, you know, I'm presuming there's some kind of tunnel or something like that. I have no idea. I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. But then you go to be with your loved ones. So when you think about it, I mean, there's absolutely nothing to fear. I'm not afraid of dying. I mean, I don't want to go anywhere just yet, because I don't want to be parted from my children. I mean, I don't want to be parted from Bill either, but I'm not a wife first and a mum second. I've always been a mother first and a wife second. And that's always been the case. And although I do a very, very good balancing act of Bill and the kids, and I do, I mean, it wasn't like that with the ex-husband. It was the kids first, last, and every time. At least Bill makes more of an effort. you know, and it's not as if they've given him a hard time as a stepfather. You know, they've all got along really, really well. But it's just, I don't want to leave my children. And I just don't want to leave them. So, like I said, how do we deal with death? I mean, keeping in mind that I've just said all those things to you. And actually, when you think about it, they're quite joyful, aren't they? That you go to be with all the people that you've loved and lost. So that should be a time for celebration. And I mean, in Judaism, when someone dies, you say to the person, you know, the one who's, you know, whether it's a widow or a widower, or, you know, a child who's had a parent who's gone. And I mean, it all depends on the age, of course. But you say to the bereaved family or the bereaved person, I'm very sorry for your loss. May you live a long life, and also your family. And you see, in Judaism, we celebrate life more than we celebrate death. We love life more than we love death. And what happens is that the bereaved family sit Shiva for 7 days, and in that time they spend time mourning the loss of their loved one, and everybody comes round and they bring food, and the rabbi's round there practically every day, pardon me, and obviously there are prayers said. I mean, the family member is buried, all being well, within 24 hours of their passing. So you have the funeral almost immediately. And then you sit and you have your mourning period. And when the 7 days are up, you're expected to get up, dust yourself off, and get on with life. You know, because it's just a case of, right, well, of course I miss them, and of course I still love them, but life is for the living. And we've just got to get on with that and then look forward to the day where we're all reunited in heaven. So that's the viewpoint from Judaism. Now, where I sort of err a bit away from that is that I'll go through all the traditional things, but I believe that, you know, we go straight, sort of, like I say, if there is a tunnel, and then go straight into an afterlife where we're going to meet everybody that we've loved and lost before. We're reunited with them. I believe that, you know, they say you don't need to eat and drink when you're there, but you can if you want to. And you can have anything that makes your particular afterlife a happy one. So, if I know Bill's mother, she'll have invented herself a kitchen with a TV on that's got all her favourite soap operas on it. And she'll be sitting at the table with a cup of tea and a cigarette. because that's all she did in life. Well, when she was retired, that is. If I know Bill, when it's his turn to go into the afterlife, he'll be trotting off with Jimi Hendrix and John Lennon, playing guitars all day. I very much doubt I'll see him in the afterlife, to be honest with you. He'll be away playing his guitar. And I think I'd like to go around all, the film and TV stars that I idolised, like Alan Rickman. Oh, that would be nice. Chatting away to Alan Rickman. And Leonard Nimoy. Telling him how much I loved him as Spock. And all the cast of Star Trek in the original series that have, gone before where no man has gone, sort of thing. So, I think that death is a time for great sadness, but it's also a time of great joy. And that is again, it's just my personal opinion, because when you think about it, when you think that your loved one is going to be surrounded by all that love, they never experience any more pain, and all they know is eternal happiness. Isn't that something to be celebrated? Because I think I'm going to try and think along those lines when I learn that Lorraine is gone. And yes, I'm going to cry, of course I am. And I'll never forget her. Never. It's not going to be the same without her. I mean, she's been in my life for about 8 years. Been friends a long time. And I honestly thought she would beat it. I really thought she was going to beat it. But, no. Our body's had enough. And she's fought hard. She's fought like a tiger to stay here. She doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to leave her girls. She doesn't want to leave. I mean, she's got those 2 grandsons there who adore her. But it is what it is. And you know what her sort of mantra was, or is? It's nice to be nice. And it's true, it is nice to be nice. You know, they say that death is a great leveller. But is it really? Some people stay shattered for years. And all we can do as their friends is support them. And I think it's very important to let people talk about their loss, because there's certainly no time limit on grief. And there shouldn't be. I mean, I don't think it's right if someone's lost someone they loved and it's 2-3 years down the line and they still get upset. I think it's wrong to say to them, come on now, buck up, you've had long enough. Some people handle grief easily. Some people just don't. And I've asked myself, how am I going to cope with it, you know? I mean, I absolutely went to pieces when my friend Sue's died. I went to absolute pieces. I just fell apart, completely fell apart. I don't know how I'm going to be when Lorraine goes. There's nothing else I could have done. I wished I could have. And I really resent having the problems with my spine now that I do. And the complications that it's got with it. Because I would be flying down the road to see her if I could. But it's like I keep saying, everything happens for a reason. So I think, well, what's the moral of the story today? Validate the ones you love while you've got the opportunity to do it. Make sure you let people know what they mean to you. And don't hold back. Let them know everything. Exactly how you feel. And if they think, whoa, where's all this come from? Just say, oh, well, I just think it's right that you know. And then you know yourself that you've done a mitzvah, because if you're saying wonderfully loving things, you're going to make that person feel good. So you'll have done them a good turn. It's a good deed. All good deeds count. And it's nice to be nice. So take that chance, and if you love someone, tell them. Doesn't matter if they don't say it back. As long as you have expressed how you feel and they've heard you out, what more can you ask for? Anyway, that's just what I think. And again, I've forgotten to look at the clock to see what time I started this video off. So God knows how long I've been yakking at you for. But that's just me all over, isn't it? And I'm sorry I couldn't get to you yesterday, but unfortunately yesterday was one of those days where a fibro struck and I was swollen again, and I just couldn't get up, I couldn't do anything. So I'm very sorry that I missed yesterday. But at least you got this today. So, before I depress you all any further, I think to err on the side of caution, I better end this video now. And I do love you. I think it's right that you know. And I don't just say it like, and I'm going to be honest with you here, I don't just say it like I've seen a whole load of YouTubers say it. I love you all so much. Really? Okay, if you say so. That's when I watch videos like that, I just think, oh, well, if you say so. And I look down in the comments to see if I've had any kind of interaction with, you know, the subscribers, and there's nothing there. And I'm not talking as if they've got 25,000 comments or anything. They might have 3, maybe 400. I know it's a lot. I do know it's a lot. But, you know, it doesn't take 2 minutes to leave a heart. And you've got all these loyal subscribers, all these fans. I mean, sometimes you've got to do more than just say things. You've really got to mean them. And you've got to make it come across that you really mean it, you know. And I hope that's what I do. I hope you can feel it from me that I'm, you know, being genuine and my heart and soul's in it. Because what you see is what you get. I'm a real WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. So on that happy note, I'm going to bugger off now. And I've got some hubby's shirts to iron before he comes home. So I'm going to go and get that done. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having fun. And if you do like the video, or you happen to like the top I'm wearing, or my hair, or something like that, please would you give the video a like? So I'd be really grateful if you would. And if you've got any topics that you want me to talk about, let me know. And if you've got any suggestions for Wednesday's folk tales, let me know. Oh, actually, that's it. I think, did Angie ask me to do? I think Angie put in a request for some more Greek mythology. So I'll probably do some more Greek mythology, if that's okay with you guys. I'll see if we can find a couple of Greek old fables from the gods. See if I can find something like that for you. Right. Okay then, guys. Take care and I'll see you later. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.